Hey everybody, VSG Joe coming at you this week with my week 5 post-op video. Just to give you guys an update of where I am and how I'm doing. Started out, for those of you who don't know, at 284 pounds when I started my journey. Surgery weight was 270 pounds, and then currently I'm 246 pounds. So that is down 3 pounds since last week. It is down 24 pounds since surgery, and overall I'm down 38 pounds. So getting ready to hit that 40-pound number, which would be awesome. And just feeling good. I noticed the other day that, I'm not, even though it's, hot outside, it's the peak of summer and stuff, I'm not as hot as I would normally be. Normally I'd go outside and I'd be sweating all over the place, stuff like that. It's still hot. I do my yard work, I get sweaty, same as everybody else. But I have noticed that, just outside socializing, this past week we had a barbecue with the family, and, I'm outside, it's hot, but I'm not, pouring sweat or anything like that. So it's been good. It's almost 40 pounds I'm not carrying anymore, so that's a lot less insulation than normal. And like I said, going upstairs, walking around outside, doing whatever, I'm starting to notice the difference now to where I'm not feeling as heavy as I was. Also kind of a non-scale victory, but I parked kind of close to a car when wife and I were out doing our shopping, and didn't have to actually go park again. I was able to actually get out. For a second there I was worried, fat brain kicked in, and I'm like, oh no, I'm going to have to squeeze my stomach and suck everything in and try to get out of the car. But no, everything was fine. I was able to open the car door enough and get out without having to cause myself bodily harm. So it's been great. So that's how I'm doing right now. I did want to talk to you guys also about just slowing weight loss during this transition, or during this journey, I guess. I've noticed, my weight loss isn't as fast as it was, when I first started out. Between the 2-week liquid diet and my surgery weight, I lost 14 pounds, basically a pound a day. That next week, I probably lost another 7 pounds. So you're talking 21 pounds, and then the next 4 weeks I probably lost 17 pounds, which, 2-3 pounds a week, give or take. That's gonna happen, guys, and I see it in the Facebook groups and on Instagram and stuff like that, and other social media platforms. I don't want you guys jumping off a cliff. I don't want you to panic. Things like this happen. There's a guy on Instagram that I follow, and he was, pointing out, this downward trend where he's kind of losing 10 less pounds per month, on every month once he's getting past. And, I pointed out to him, which he already knew this, is that, even though he's losing 10 less pounds a month, he had almost lost 100 pounds in 5 or 6 months. I forget the span of time. And I think it's important to keep a focus on that. It's disappointing. Look, I lost 3 pounds this week. Would I have loved to have lost 5 or 10 pounds? Absolutely. But it's not going to happen. The surgery, while it helps you, keeps you on track, keeps you losing weight, etc., your body is going to adjust. Our nutritionist said once, your body's pretty smart. If you deprive it of calories, it's going to take less calories to actually run itself. If you deprive it of, a food group, carbohydrates, for example, it's going to run on fat. Deprive it of fat, it'll run on carbohydrates, etc., etc. So, don't get too caught up in the fact that you're not losing 10 and 15 pounds a week. Sub 300 club guys like myself, when you started, we're not going to lose as fast as the guys that were 400 and 500 pounds. It's just there's not the caloric deficit there that they have. So we might only lose 15, 20 pounds a month. Be happy about it. Celebrate that. Does that mean you have to be happy with a 2-pound weight loss? No, you could be disappointed, but get over it. Kind of move on quickly. You're still losing weight. Look at the bigger picture. I know it's sometimes hard to do. I struggle with it sometimes myself, but it's something that you have to just look at and say, okay, that's 2 more pounds that I'm not going to have to carry anymore. That's 3 more pounds I'm not going to have to carry anymore. And like I said, looking at it from when I started this journey, I'm down almost 40 pounds. That's 40 pounds I'm not going to have to carry anymore. So just want to make sure that everyone kind of keeps the big picture in mind while you're going through this journey. You're not going to lose as fast every week, and that's just the way it is. I know the past couple of weeks I haven't lost a lot. I've lost 1.5 pounds one week, and I lost I think 2 pounds the week before. And one of the things that I've been doing lately, this past week and a half or so, is I do weigh myself every day. I do that so I can track it and give you guys information, and I like to just see where I'm at. I know a lot of people will say when you weigh yourself that, you shouldn't weigh yourself every day. But I like seeing it, and I'm not the person that's going to get overly, caught up on it. So I'll weigh myself and, see the number, and I'll either be happy or I won't be, and I'll move on and go get the rest of my stuff done for that day. But when I notice myself starting to stall a little bit or starting not to lose weight as fast, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just going to accept it for what it was if I was doing something wrong. So I got out MyFitnessPal because I do track my protein and my fluid intake, and I noticed that on the days where I wasn't getting as much fluid in, I wasn't losing as much. On days that I was under my 60 grams of protein, which I'm supposed to be at 80 grams of protein, I really wouldn't lose much. And so what I did was make a concerted effort to look at that and say, okay, that's a problem. I'm not meeting the goals that my surgeon put forth for me. So now I'm going to go ahead and concentrate on that. And sure enough, I got my protein up to around 70, 80 grams. Most of the time I'm around 70 grams. But I got up there, and then instead of getting in just the minimum 64 ounces of water or 64 ounces of fluid that my surgeon and my nutritionist wants us to get in, I decided I'm going to shoot higher. So I've been getting closer to 80 ounces in, and that seems to have made a difference. So where I might stay a day or two on the same weight, I'm typically losing, and it may not be much, maybe 0.2, 0.4, half a pound, sometimes a pound, but I'm not staying at the same number consistently, 3 or 4 days out of the week. And so I'm going to keep that up and see how this week goes as well, and I'll kind of give you guys a reminder or an update on that, I should say, next week, and just see how that works. But most of the part, even if it slows back down and it's 1 pound a week instead of 3 pounds a week or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna try to be anyway. I'm gonna try to be happy about it and try to just move on and keep documenting, keep following the plan. If it ends up that I hit a plateau and I hit the stall that everyone hits and I'm just losing no weight for a couple weeks, I'm okay as long as I'm doing what the dietitian or the dietitian, nutritionist, whatever you want to call that position, and my surgeon, whatever they say, we're gonna go with that. As an update, I do have an appointment with my surgeon next week. So I'll talk to them about that and make sure that they're happy with the weight loss. And as long as they're happy with it and I'm within what the program parameters should be, that's fine. I don't have to be at the top of the curve. Try not to be at the bottom of the curve. But if I end up somewhere in the middle, for the average part of it, that's great. I like being closer to the top. That's why they call me Above Average Joe. So it's not just for my weight. Don't say that. That's me. All right. But anyway, guys, that's how I'm doing. That's where I'm at. So down 38 pounds so far, 3 pounds for the week, and 24 pounds since surgery. And like I said, feeling real good about that. Did want to take a moment to just plug. I finally finished setting up my Facebook page. I'll have a link to that in the description below if you guys want to follow that. I'm going to post my videos from YouTube on there as well, and probably cross-post some of my Instagram stuff. It's just a lot easier using Facebook because I can do that from my computer versus Instagram. You really can't do anything but look at pictures on Instagram from a computer screen. You have to use your phone. But I'm still going to be posting on Instagram. That's not going away. So make sure you're following my Instagram account. You can kind of get all the updates and stuff like that. And like I said, the Facebook page, if you guys want to start discussions, if you have questions, feel free, post them on there. It's a little bit easier posting there than on YouTube or on Instagram for sure, since you can't post anything without a picture on Instagram. But I'm going to leave the links in the description, so do that. Also for this video, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Leave a comment, all that good stuff. I'm pretty open with it, so if you have any questions about going through this process and procedure, leave it there, leave it on Facebook, whatever you want to do, but I'll make sure that I'm pretty available on all my social media platforms. But that's it, guys. That's it for me this week. A pretty short video in terms of what I normally put up. Looks like I'm going to end up under 10 minutes, which would be great. But other than that, I'll see you guys next week after I talk to the surgeon, and I'll give you an update then.